welcome back to the Breaking Ankles podcast. I'm Carl.
He's Carl. We're here to break ankles.
Break ankles. Thanks everyone who's been watching the podcast. If you haven't had a chance yet, hit the subscribe.
Hit that subscribe
button and hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
Ding, so
ding.
that you get notified on
so
future
that
episodes.
You get notified. I was just going to try and copy you a little bit.
Oh.
So.
Well, that's not... I don't blame you for doing that.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
You know. So how's it going?
It's going great.
Good.
Yeah, you?
Good.
Yeah.
So we're about a week and a half, 2 weeks into the season.
We are.
And so what are your thoughts so far?
It's wide open.
Correct. I would agree with that.
It's wide open.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
So
see you later. Peace.
I'm going to read off to you so far a couple weeks into about 5-6 games into the season. So
darn it. I thought it was like
in the Eastern Conference.
That was a bedtime story. Good night, Moon.
In the Eastern Conference, the Sixers are 5-0. You have two teams at 4-1, which are the Celtics and the Heat. Then you have a couple teams at 4-2, which are the Bucks and the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the Hornets in 6th place at 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Pistons and the Cavs are position 7 and 8.
So basically what you're telling me is what I told you about a half an hour ago, that the Eastern Conference has only 6 teams that are 500 and above, and the Western Conference has 10 teams.
Right, we'll get to that in a second. So
basically you're just stealing what I told you.
So what do you think about are there any surprises in that list that I...
Steals.
Any surprises in that list?
In the Eastern Conference?
Yes.
Charlotte. 3-3.
Charlotte can shoot the ball.
They can.
They can shoot the 3.
They can. And in today's NBA, that'll take them, well, it'll take them as far as...
As long as they keep hitting 3s,
correct.
They'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Other than that, am I surprised? I'm surprised that Brooklyn's not there. And looking at Brooklyn, I would say Kyrie...
Just for reference, Brooklyn currently has the same record as the Bulls at 2-4.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, just thought I would clarify that.
Yeah, because I didn't know that before we got here. But I would say Kyrie has brought better offense to the Nets.
Okay.
But their defense has decreased, and basically their win-lose percentage is basically the same as it was this year about this time, because I looked it up.
Okay.
Because I was arguing with someone else on another podcast that Kyrie has not done much. And they said, what are you, insane? I said, my name's Carl. You know.
Then
so I am insane.
They turned back and said, I'm sorry.
That's what I said, yeah.
You're Carl, so you must be right. So
yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised by the Heat. Like, I didn't think they would be, considering Butler didn't play the first 2 games.
Correct.
And he hasn't played much, really, out of the 5 games. So
Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, Jimmy Buckets. The 2 rookies they've got have really been carrying the load.
Kendrick Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah.
And Tyler Hero, who we've talked about on previous episodes. Who you thought was on the Lakers, but...
What? Yeah. I did not. No, I did not.
Let's roll the tape right here.
Go ahead, roll the tape back.
I'll show you. Okay.
No, we were on it. That was my bad segues from Lakers to
Correct.
Tyler Hero.
That's right.
I was talking about Parnell or Narnell on the Lakers, who doesn't play at all.
So these guys, these rookies that he got from the Heat.
Okay, so Kendrick Nunn, by the way, I think in his first 5 games, in terms of NBA, like scoring over the course of I don't know how many years, he's up there with the top 10 rookies.
And I think I saw a stat also because he's one of the top 2 who've scored in the first 3-4 games that was undrafted.
Correct.
So
he looks good.
I think Miami's doing a pretty good job there. I think they're going to hang in there.
Kelly Oubre looks good.
Out in Phoenix.
Yes. If we were to segue to
the Western Conference, excellent segue. Vic.
I know.
Great job. You're learning.
I know,
That's
right?
fantastic.
Because
you're adding something to the podcast finally. Great job.
I would say Phoenix is one of the major surprises in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami, would you say was really that big of a surprise? I mean, they're not as They're better than I thought they would be at this point in time.
I think they were surprised only because of the two rookies. Because we expected Jimmy Buckets to come in and make immediate impact. And the reality is he hasn't made an impact really on that team. Really, it's been the two rookies and
This
Kelly
episode
Olynyk.
has been brought to you by Ice.
Oh, man, I hope we don't get sued for that. So, with your segue to the Western Conference.
Yeah, it's partnership, by the way.
Great job. So
Phoenix is a surprise.
the Lakers, San Antonio, and Minnesota have the 1, 2, and 3 spot all tied at 4-1.
Yeah.
Utah, Denver, Phoenix, the Clippers are all at 4-2. And then you have the Rockets, the Mavs at 3-2. So right now, the Rockets are the 8th seed, and Dallas is the 9th team, followed by Portland, Oklahoma City, Memphis. So thoughts on the Western Conference?
Well, we talked about this earlier, too. I think that we need to change some of the rules for the playoffs. We do.
Correct.
You and I.
Yes.
We will start it.
Yeah. We're going
We're
to
gonna-
start a
we're gonna
drive
meet-
to get just the best 16 teams. If
We're going to meet
means
with
if
Adam Silver.
Yes. Why don't you schedule that appointment and let me know when that's
I will.
gonna take place.
I will try.
So, Mr. Silver, if you're actually watching the podcast, we'd appreciate some of your time
Yeah.
so Vic could present his case
Correct.
on why it is that we need to have a
Yes.
16-team playoffs, just the best 16 teams in either conference.
Yeah, I don't understand. I mean, the Eastern Conference is just sad right now.
It is.
It is. So, a couple things. Like, Dallas looks for real, but it's disappointing that they're the 9th seed right now with how good they look.
They had an amazing game last Friday night with
The Lakers.
the Lakers.
And so, let's talk about the Lakers. Let's talk about your insistence on the Lakers aren't going to, go anywhere.
The Lakers are playing well right now because AD and LeBron are playing well. Now, they're going to need to play 82 games
82.
and the playoffs in order for them to maintain that number one spot.
Well, that is true, but they don't need to be the number
No,
one spot
but
in
I'm
order
just
to
saying-
win a championship.
I'm just saying if their season will go as long as AD and LeBron are healthy. They still don't have a point guard. They still don't have a bench. I'm just saying. Say what you want. That's still factually true. They don't have a point guard. and they don't have a bench.
Their bench doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going
But
to be, though.
I will
right
say
now.
that
Dwight Howard.
is playing well.
So is Caldwell Pope. Kyle
No,
Kuz-
Caldwell Pope is awful.
Kyle Kuzma just came in. No, the first couple games he played good. Then the last two he didn't.
He didn't score a point in the first 3 games.
I beg to differ.
He didn't score a point.
I literally will have to look that
All
up
right.
while you're yapping your jaws.
All right. Well, like you mentioned, Kelly Oubre from the Phoenix Suns looks really good.
He does, doesn't he?
I think that the combination between Doncic and Porzingis, if Carlisle can get that figured out and they get that thing rolling, they're going to be dangerous. And like we said also at the beginning of the season, don't be shocked by the San Antonio Spurs because it's a Greg Popovich coach team.
That is true.
You don't hear anything about them, and then they creep up on you, and they just make sure that they make the playoffs every year. So
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised about that. The Nuggets,
You were right about Caldwell Pope.
thank you. I'm
Not
sorry,
that-
could you say that again?
You were right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so their bench. So Danny Green's been playing well.
Danny
pretty well.
Green's playing well, but he's a starter, isn't
Avery Bradley. Yes, that's
he?
true.
Avery Bradley's playing well. But he's not a scorer. He's playing good just in spot minutes, but it's not like he's lighting it up. I think he's averaging like 5-6 points a game.
13. But that's all right. Avery Bradley about 10. Kyle Kuzma. Well, he only played 2 games.
Oh, I was talking
9.
about. Okay.
Yeah. So no, you're actually correct.
What do you think about the Clippers so far?
Underperforming right now.
Think so?
I do.
Okay.
I think they're
Why
better
is
than.
that?
I just think they should be undefeated. Honestly, I think they've got one of the most the best defensive team in the NBA. Maybe besides, well, I don't even know if Milwaukee's been showing it honestly, but I would say there aren't too many good defensive teams right now. But I would say the Clippers would be up there.
The Clippers, Utah's pretty good on defense.
So, but I don't think the Clippers have really shown it. I mean, how many new people do they really have on their team?
They
2?
have no. let's see. Harkless is new on that team. Kawhi, Paul George.
Well, Paul George isn't even playing.
Those three.
That's what I'm saying. So they really only have two. I mean, a lot of other teams have quite a few. I thought they would be like pretty stable right now and like back to their playing from last year. I didn't think they would, struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
the other team. Well,
But when Paul George gets on there, I think they're going to be dominant.
yes, but I think they're going to do the thing where they're going to do the load management, where I think there'll be certain nights that Paul George will play and be the main person, and then Kawhi. I think toward the end of the season, you'll start to see where they play together more just to get that chemistry and ready for the playoffs. But
Correct.
until maybe All-Star break, and when Paul George comes, his minutes are obviously going to be restricted.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to play him a whole lot. And
Yeah.
eventually, at some point, Kawhi is going to have to be sitting out a couple games, I think, at some point. So
Yeah.
Denver was the other team I wanted to talk about. So, like, they're playing well, but
They are, yeah.
they're a guy in the middle. Like, he just looks like a step. Like, he looks winded.
Jokic?
Joker. Yeah. He looks
I knew a guy
winded.
named Joker once.
He looks like, but he gets up and down the court,
You should dress up like Joker
No.
from Batman.
We've already had comments about the masks thing, so.
Oh, that was from Jason Miller. Jason, watch the show. Watch it. For
Can't
crying
believe you
out
just
loud.
called him out on this.
Yeah.
Miller had nothing to do with it, so.
I've had some students who said, "Hey, Mr. White, what mask you gonna wear next?" So
Oh. Well, the masks are a good look for you.
thank you. I
think
appreciate it. Yeah.
It's better than looking out right now. Even though it's a good hair day for you.
Thanks. I
think
appreciate it.
It's a good look.
I know you're jealous of the soul patch.
Soul patch, whatever.
So bad.
Okay. All right. So anything else? Anything catch your eye in this past first 2 weeks of the
Yeah, the Bulls
season?
stink.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Bulls for a minute. I think it's a identity problem where like they still don't know who the main
Correct.
scorer is. Levine wants to be the scorer, but
They are not shooting to where each player is not shooting up to their level of their like career field goal percentage.
Yes.
It's terrible right now.
Yeah. Markkanen had the one good game at the start of the season,
Yes.
and then we went away from it.
No, we didn't. No, not at all. He just kept on shooting threes and not making.
Well, that
any
first
of them.
game, he scored all
He
his
was
points
driving.
inside.
Yeah, he was driving.
Yeah.
To me, that's him.
Yeah.
He's settling for 3-pointers.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
But it's just like the NBA. I mean, even so Brooklyn is another team. So I mean, I know we talked about it briefly, but Brooklyn's going to be really good. I think when Durant comes in there. But right now,
which he's made clear already, he's not going to play this year.
correct. But I don't think. Like I said, I had an argument with someone online that they're not as good as with him right now as they were last year.
Who's
Irving.
that? Oh,
Irving has not made Brooklyn better yet.
why do you think that is? Is he just buying time until KD comes in, or do you
No,
think
I just think he's upset the flow of the team right now, and the flow, yeah. I don't think people are like, I don't know, jiving as a team right now.